Hello Riders and Rangers. Recently I've made a post for a Q&A session. Questions posted before July 15th will be answered. AmazingGenius378 asked, would you do a series adapting the unadapted pre-Zyuranger seasons? I've only seen Jetman for pre-Zyuranger seasons and I think it has been amazing. I will once I run out of Power Ranger seasons to reimagine, but currently I am focused on Power Rangers exclusive seasons. Braxton. Eklund8579 asked, Phantom Ranger is his identity in your reimagined series the same as what you did in Super Megaforce Rewrite? For now, yes, it's the simplest explanation for that. IgnisNova-era asked, are you planning to incorporate Sentai exclusive elements in you future reimagined videos? Like for example, Demon Hunter from GoGoV in Lightspeed Reimagined, Deca Gold in SPD Reimagined, and maybe some pre-Zyu suits for the A Squad, Gosei Green in Megaforce Reimagined if a remake of THT ever happens. Green Hippopotamus and Black Puma from Zyu Sentai Go Busters in Beast Morphers Reimagined, Ryu Soul Brown in Dino Fury Reimagined, and the Kyuranger suits in Cosmic Fury Reimagined. Those sound like excellent ideas. I am considering that. Actually, Gosei Green does make an appearance for my Megaforce Reimagined. It was Dr. Carver's prototype Megaforce suit. Panther Ranger 7846, would you ever make a video on how to make RPM a car-themed season instead of being a dystopian theme? I am not sure. I know some people are able to appreciate the outlines, the cutting, and the design of the car, but I was never able to appreciate sweet cars. To me, it's a transportation method and an income status symbol. JesperWallstedtAHL. If you saw that Ranger, what is the first Ranger when you see it when comes to your mind? If I ever saw a hybrid Thunderstorm or Go Ranger, I would be thinking it's a delusion created by the Akiba Ranger. Monobrady1004 asked, did you get annoyed when the original MMPR Season 2 only had monsters just standing around until they grew giant? Upon rewatching as an adult, definitely. That's why in my MMPR Season 2 Reimagined, I have decided we need to incorporate the Day Ranger suits. The MMPR Green to MMPR White is a testimony there will still be fans if the storyline is awesome despite the suit change. Thanks, Fidon on it. Simon Twain 1885. Who is your favorite Power Rangers villain and why? My favorite villain in Power Rangers is Zanaku. First of all, I love the design. He looks scary and cool at the same time. Even his cursed mask looks amazing. The perfect Sentai Power Rangers spin on what a werewolf monster would look like. Second of all, his story is complex and interesting. It was so cool that a few Sentai tried to replicate it. Third, Zanaku's arc throughout his season brought chills to my body. You actually dread him more than you dread the other Duke Orgs. This menace is actually competent in capturing Wild Zords and bending them to his will. Fourth, his Dark Wild Zords are very well designed. I smiled whenever I saw his entrance when I was a kid. Thanks, Austin McNeil 8775. Spider Sonic 91 asked, how about doing some Sonic the Hedgehog videos? Sorry, I am unfamiliar with Sonic, except I am terrible at the game and I keep on losing rings. I enjoyed the first Sonic movie though, still waiting time to watch the second and third one. RyutarosLife. What Ranger powers you always wanted to be? If I could have any Ranger powers, it would be the hybrid powers of White Mystic Ranger and Wolf Warrior fueled by symbol power. So kind of like Shoto Todoroki. I've always thought writing kanji and transforming them into powers is pretty neat. Pyrokinesis and cryokinesis together are quite fantastical to me. KBTH3K1D87 asked, if you could redo or change one of your reimagined, which one and why do you not like it? That's a question I've answered in my previous post. If I could redo Ninja Steel Reimagined, it would be making Peter Sudarso, the Ninja Steel Blue Ranger, be the Red Ninja Steel Ranger, and have his real-life brother Yoshi Sudarso, Dino Charge Blue Ranger, to be the Gold Ninja Steel Ranger. First of all, the mentor in that season is Adam Park, the Ninja Master. His son is the Red Ranger. It would aesthetically make sense to have an Asian son. Second of all, it's Ninja season. How come there were never Asian Red Rangers despite already having a few Asian-themed seasons? Third, I think the Sudarso brothers' chemistry would work so well since they are actual brothers. What was Saban thinking? Heck, what was I thinking? Did I shove a Gosei morpher in my brain while I was writing that? Sonic Game 06 asked, will you add 6th Rangers to Lost Galaxy and Jungle Fury? Lost Galaxy had Magna Defender, but he was an extra Ranger. I think Lost Galaxy already has the perfect Magna Defender in its 6th Ranger post. Also, Jungle Fury has 2 extra Rangers, Daishi and Camille, that fits perfectly into the theme. So, maybe not. Usually a good Ranger season is how the characters are utilized, and I think those are already very well utilized. Adding any more Rangers might spoil the broth of amazing seasons. DragonZedits5758 asked, who are you? Just a passing through Sentai fan. MichaelVinning5205 asked, you ever think about doing a romance family reimagined Rangers stories, like Tommy and Kimberly, Andros and Ashley, Wes and Jen, or Nick and Madison? Writing a family-based Ranger story would be a fun one, but for romance, I can't even get a date. How do you think I'll write romance? That Power Rangers guy asked, what inspired you to start rewriting Power Rangers? After watching Gozyuger and Gokaija back-to-back, and started watching Megaforce and Super Megaforce, I felt so bad for Power Ranger fans for how their beloved franchise fumbled the ball. I did my own research on every single season of Power Rangers and tried to cook up something that the fans would approve of. Before making Megaforce Reimagined, I had only knowledge of 2 episodes of Power Rangers, which are from MMPR Season 2. I guess that carried on when I watched Shinkenja and Samurai. Copo-de-Vidro3400 asked, if you could give any team in 6th or Extra Ranger, what team would it be? If I could give an Extra Ranger, it would be Dino Charge Navy. Heckle deserved to have his own Ranger suit. I am glad they fixed that, but he should have been a Ranger in his own season already. DollyBearK6T, which Ranger series are you going to rewrite next? I will be doing it in chronological order with Power Rangers Lost Galaxy, but currently I am taking a break and I would be focusing on Kylo Ren Reimagined. DullyPrimary asked, how would you imagine if Disney had to make Power Rangers Samurai before reverting the rights back to Saban? Do you think it would be a better product? I think Disney would be loyal to the source material of Shinkenger while making a proper Americanized spin on it. I think my vision would be very similar to what Disney would be making. My Samurai Reimagined series is my proudest achievement. DarkCloud14. If you got to produce a 2026 season of Power Rangers, but you wouldn't be allowed to use Super Sentai as its source, what kind of team would you assemble to battle what evil? If I could come up with an original theme for the Power Rangers theme, it would be horror monster based. A series of classic horror villains are resurrected to atone for their sins, a redemption arc style story. An exorcist demon hunter recruits a vampire, zombie, mummy, werewolf, 80s style alien, and a witch to fight against his former partner gone rogue. Axel Tovar 15737. Do you see Super Sentai making it through 100 years? It is highly possible because its stories and themes can last for a long time due to being so versatile. But their toy lines are reliant on older fans now. If they keep on messing up on their designs, it would be hard to last long. Gokaija66 asked, can you make another reimagined video in Christmas? I think I might be, since I am currently working on Kylo Ren Reimagined. JoshiWoshiJ8H asked, will you add more Pre-Zyuranger Sentais to your reimagined series? If it fits the narrative, I would. Ninaboyd3062 asked, what do you think of Power Rangers Turbo Lost Galaxy and Megaforce and Dino Charge and Time Force and Last One in Space? Power Rangers Turbo's latter part of the season was good. Lost Galaxy setting would be better if it was more concentrated on Miranoi and actually focus on the idea of a hidden unknown galaxy to fit its theme. But the story itself is fine. Dino Charge was a fun ride. I prefer it more than its Sentai counterpart. Time Force taught me how to reimagine Power Rangers, as it is a very well-adapted version of Mirai Sentai Time Ranja. In Space is a peak Ranger season. For Megaforce, you know how I feel about Megaforce with my Megaforce Reimagined. HerardPredelus, how did you come with the idea to mix the Navy and Crimson Thunder Rangers into one? I am a fan of Gokai Christmas's design, but I do not want to just rip off that design and make it my mascot. My other favorite designs are Day Ranger and MMPR Season 1 suits, but they don't look as good if hybridized. I saw a few other ones and gave up. It wasn't until I started playing Legacy Wars and I got Navy Thunder Ranger. When I started playing as Crimson Thunder, I fell in love with the designs. So I merged the 2 designs into one and it became my mascot. Andrew Stovall 2139 asked, will you do the Power Rangers Hexagon story? That is a very good question. I am conflicted. I really like the Ninja Storm storyline. I thought it was much better than Hurricane Jaw, but I thought the Hexagon story would have worked so well. So maybe I might be doing both when the time comes. BoldDude951 asked, will you ever adapt any unadapted Sentais, maybe if I run out of ideas? Rajay Taylor B6 asked, are you going to utilize the Jungle Fury Spirit Rangers in your Jungle Fury Reimagined as in all your other Power Rangers videos you've completely disregarded their existence in your previous vetoes? Yes, I'll do that in that season. Orion Copeland NJ4FF asked, why did you start doing the edits of Super Megaforce morphs? Because I got bored and I have nothing else to do that summer. When it caught traction, people like it, I started started editing Megaforce actors' voices into it, and people actually like it. Started getting 100 likes instead of my usual 1 or 2 likes. Started having more subscribers, so I made more. Buchenreiser1221 asked, are you only a fan of Power Rangers, or do you happen to enjoy Tokusatsu as a whole? Super Sentai, Kamen Rider, Ultraman to name a few. I am a fan of Tokusatsu in general. I love Shinkenger and Gokyuger. I love Shinkenger so much I actually made a customized SH Figuarts line for the Super Samurai mode. I even gave leeway to make a Samurai Power Rangers Shogun mode. I have collected all the Gokyuger SH Figuarts toy line. As a fan of Power Rangers, I've collected all the keys for Power Rangers except Cosmic Fury. For Kamen Rider, I am a crazy fan of Kamen Rider Gaim. I practically collected all the SH Figures of the Kamen Rider Gaim line except for the grunts. Wizard was my first Kamen Rider series to watch. I thought it was pretty interesting. I love the White Wizard design. I have never watched Ultraman, but I love the design for Ultra 7. It was my first Ultraman toy I have ever gotten from my aunt. A Hopper one asked, is Blaze Hopper because he blazes, or is he Blaze Hopper because he hops? His first name is Blaze and his last name Hopper, just like Judy Hops. Just like my name, I am neither a hunter nor a killer, but my first name is Hunter and my last name is Kiera. And my lucky number is 14 and 40. Andrew Stovall 2139 asked, did Rito get purified or get killed by the Z-Wave? I'd like to imagine he did reconsolidate with his white ninja clan. Saddlizard346 asked, what are your thoughts on gozyuger? Haven't seen it, but I'm digging the designs. Thanks everyone for your comments. I look forward to see your comments, and I will try my best to answer them directly.